American. I eat apple pie, play baseball under its blue skies. As an American, I travel this land and follow her roads wherever I can. From sea to shining sea, I've seen a lot, and none of it will be forgot. And when my country called, I gave my all as an American. I was born into freedom in a wonderful land of mountains and plains, rivers and lakes. Forever American is what I am. A past as rich as any can be. My father's worked hard to give this to me. I love this place I come from. To live another way I cannot foresee. As an American, I eat apple pie, play baseball under its blue skies. As an American, I travel this land and follow her roads wherever I can. From sea to shining sea, I've seen a lot, and none of it will be forgot. And when my country called, I gave my all as an American. As an American, I've been to the peaks of majestic mountains where the air is sweet. I've watched the eagle as it soars in beautiful skies that just can't be ignored. And by this country I'll always stand, for freedom and liberty for every man. When times are hard and things get rough, America always stands ready and rough. As an American, I eat apple pie, play baseball under its blue skies. As an American, I travel this land and follow her roads wherever I can. From sea to shining sea, I've seen a lot, and none of it will be forgot. And when my country called, I gave my all as an American. And when my country called, I gave my all as an American. Forever.
Hello, welcome to Real News Live. How you guys doing tonight? Thank you guys for being here. Of course, I'm back. Still in a lot of pain with my back, but at least COVID has gotten most of it all the way over. Hi, Rodney. Hi, Alex. Hi, Tia. Hi, Patrick. Hi, Matt. Hi, Linda. Hi, Retha. Hi, Rodney. Hi, of course, Richard. How you doing tonight? Nana is not here with us tonight. She is sleeping, and she's not feeling well, so Debbie Rogers is not with us tonight, but we got a lot to talk about. Of course, a lot going on this past week. It's craziness, and prospects of impeaching Joe Biden are getting greater and greater, let's be honest. Especially because even Kevin McCarthy appears to be edging closer to the brink of impeaching the president. There were allegations, of course, of financial misconduct and influence peddling, of course. They're saying allegations, but we're going to say the truth. I mean, it happened. Let's be honest. Over $50 million to the Biden family. I mean, we know for sure they took in $17 million of dirty overseas cash. But it looks like bank records have come in, and we could be looking at more than $50 million in racketeering or bribery. This is This is a crime family. Hunter Biden contradicts his dad's claim, claimed nobody in the family made money from China. We know that's not true. We know that over 20 shell companies from 10 years have been given the Bidens from China at least $50 million. At the least $50 million. Obama chefs drown. Yeah, it's a joke. It's ridiculous. That's big. And keeping the money in offshore accounts, I mean, it means usually you have legitimate overseas businesses. The Biden don't. Or, of course, if they're trying to hide money and dodge taxes. Remember, the Biden family's bank transactions created 170 suspicious activity reports. And these reports are generated themselves in-house to flag potential criminal activity. These offshore accounts could hold key to the entire investigation and could lead to the true impeachment of Biden. Not only that, a lot more needs to be done. Giving speeches against the Republican Party, it's ridiculous. Saying that Republicans are at fault for everything that's happening. That's Biden's thing. Biden said the Republican Party is undermining the national military, or the nation's military. Why is military recruitment down over 30%, though? People aren't waking up and seeing this. They're not even paying attention. Yeah, it's Trump's fault. It's all Republicans' fault now. The Republican Party, everybody, is allowing Republicans to block more than 300 U.S. military appointments on the Pentagon's abortion policy. That's what their claim is now. The military has been in serious trouble since Biden took office. The demons have shown their heads, and we're facing the facts now. The Biden family is the most corrupt crime family. It's not a question. Hunter Biden associate may have described the illusion of access to Joe in his supposable Republican-led congressional probe, of course, that happened today, that Hunter Biden sought to create an illusion of access to his father while doing business in Ukraine. But then the vice president played no roles in any of the deals, according to this associate, Devin Archer. Of course, this was a closed-door interview led by staff from the White House, or from the House Republican Oversight Committee. Republican lawmakers hoped it would shed light on unproven allegations, or that we can't prove yet, that Biden was directly involved in his son's business dealings in Ukraine. Of course, representatives that supposedly attended the meeting said no evidence of wrongdoing by the elder Biden. Okay, you're giving the illusion of access to Biden, but then you actually give access to Biden. That to me is just ridiculous. And all this keep charging Trump with shit and hope something sticks is getting ridiculous at this point. I am sorry. Every time we turn around, it's some other charge they're trying to charge Trump with. Now with his phone call to Georgia asking, are you sure you got all the votes and there's no duplicates or no problems? Of course, that call is going to cost him another trial in Georgia now. I mean, Trump has already spent $40 million on legal fees during the first half of this year for defending himself. He took his salary that when he was president and donated it. And then we're going to look and see, and all he does is keep putting out money. I mean, 71% of GOP voters stand with Trump, even though all these allegations are happening. This supposable disgustingness that is happening. I mean, it's crazy. And then attacking the Republican Party because Republicans are demanding information on the DOJ, from the DOJ on Hunter Biden's plea deal, too. It's ridiculous. House Republicans are demanding, of course, the DOJ to hand over information pertaining to Hunter Biden's plea deal, which has been held off for days after judge raised concern about the agreement. Nobody wants to give it up. This is ridiculous. Every time we turn around, this is a clown circus, a clown show. And it's ridiculous. At this point, we need to impeach Biden and impeach. There's even some Republicans that need to be impeached for doing the same thing. I mean, look around the world. Look what's happening. Bet you nobody even heard about the U.S. sending $345 million in military aid package for Taiwan, directly against the one China policy, which we agree to as the United States. Now, this is going to draw problems. Not only giving munitions and firearms and missiles to Ukraine, now we're giving them to Taiwan. How are we going to afford this? Sorry, you guys, my back is killing me. But watching this is ridiculous. $345 million of our money going to Taiwan. I mean, we're talking about firearms, missiles, manned portable air defense systems, education, training, and training for Taiwanese. All amongst, while we're saying we agree to the one China policy, we're going to send this to deter China from attacking Taipei. We're going to provide Taipei enough weaponry that it would make the price of invasion too high. Now, China sees this. China knows it's happening. What do you think China's going to do now? Of course, move up. China's diplomats are already protesting the move. I mean, Taiwan's representative office in the U.S. and administration decisions to pool arms and other materials from the stores provided an important tool to support Taiwan's self-defense. But are we really in a place to pledge self-defense to a state of another country? It's ridiculous. I mean, we're sending more stuff to other countries than we have our own for defense. And in addition to this package, nearly $19 billion in military sales of F-16s and other major weapons have been approved to Taiwan. Now, Taiwan doesn't have this $19 billion, but yet somehow they bet you they get everything in that package of the sale approved. Yeah, we're not even getting into that yet. Just wait. It's getting worse as we turn around. I mean, Japan, of course, is raising alarm over Chinese military and, of course, Russian ties with Taiwan's tensions over everything that's happening. That's not a surprise. Of course, China says it's curbing drone exports, citing the invasion of Ukraine and concerns about military use. But yet we have not seen any commercial or consumer-grade drones used in any attack in Ukraine. None. China is using malware to not only attack our systems, like our power and water. I mean, we're going to end up in a very troubling time here very soon. The United States decided to go to Central Command, to have a singular source for cyber defense instead of using private contractors like we've done since the beginning of the United States, technology-wise. Private contractors are the proper route. Now we're having a cyber command with people that are less cyberly inept. Basically, they can't do anything. On top of national security issues. We have our border open. We have massive amounts of people pulling into our southern border. Known terrorists on the watch list have been caught crossing the border illegally into the United States. This is ridiculous. Of course, inflation's all done. The Biden economy is working great, right? That's what everybody keeps saying. But why are oil prices climbing? Why are prices still going up? Why are the cost of everything still increasing as we speak? Thank you, Linda, for that donation. We definitely appreciate it. Definitely need it. Watching this unfold, though, I mean, oil prices hitting multi-month highs, as of course, oil exports coming out of OPEC, and of course, not just OPEC, but Russia and OPEC working together, showing steady declines of oil output, causing the prices to go up. Of course, this is all because of Bidenomics, let's be honest. Sanctions don't work anymore. The world is no longer trading on US dollar. When they're trading their own currency, we cannot hold sanctions without hurting ourselves again by ourselves. That's what's happening. America's hurting itself. I mean, a recent poll says confidence in the U.S. military is its lowest in 25 years. Lowest in 25 years. I mean, the faith of the public institutions right now are at the lowest numbers in 25 years. I mean, the confidence dip in the military over the last 5 years is ridiculous. 60% confidence in military in 1997. 1997. All-time low, of course, came in 1981 on the heels of Iran's hostage crisis. Now we're just looking like a joke. We're not even in a war, and the confidence in our army is falling apart. Our recruitment is down because nobody wants to join forces or being forced to fight. And Russia and Ukraine's directly saying they're going to attack Russia, saying the war is going to return to Russia. On Sunday, of course, Zelensky said this himself. Aggression has gone bankrupt on the battlefield. I mean, predictions from the war will come back to Russia. That's what he's saying. Russian aggressions have gone bankrupt on the battlefield, supposedly. As we know, heavy fighting, though, happening in the northeast part of Ukraine today. Massive amounts of casualties, of course. Amongst that, people, citizens are being killed. I mean, as the so-called, the 523rd day of the so-called special operations, which Russia's leadership, expected to last a month or two. Let's be honest, they did succeed within a month. They had a peace deal signed by Ukraine to give up the territory and move on. The only reason the war is still going on and the war is even returning, might have the possibility to return to Russian territory, is because the U.S. is fighting a proxy war with Russia here. We're dumping massive amounts of money, even troops, just not technically troops, as black ops or private companies, military contractors, let's put it that way, are going into Ukraine with the money we give them. We give Ukraine the money. We tell Ukraine which contractor to hire, even U.S. private military contractors, and then they go and fight for Ukraine. So isn't that just us fighting Russia? I mean, we're showing that we can't fight a modern war, obviously. Watching citizens die on both sides is ridiculous. I mean, we have a dictator as our own president, let's be honest. Only a dictator would censor press from talking about what they want to talk about. Freedom of speech, the only of course, dictators would arrest people and keep them in jail for years without charging them with crimes. Only dictator would have a political opponent arrested during a speech, during his speech. Biden's not a dictator, is he? It's happening. Wake up, people, because this is now. We've seen Russian missile strikes, of course, on the southern Ukrainian cities, of course, today as well. At least 6 people, including a 10-year-old girl and her mother, were wounded or killed, and a dozen other wounded. I mean, if Ukraine's winning this war, then why are we attacking China about sending drones there? Why are we spending billions of dollars to send money to Ukraine? Why are we keep sending more and more weapons to Ukraine. If Russia is truly losing this war, why are we continuing to have to fight it? Let's be honest. If Russia is losing a war, why would we continue to have to fight it? Nobody's talking about it. Nobody's standing up for what's happening or what's going wrong in the United States. As our citizens are suffering, more homeless than ever, people going hungry on the streets. All this while we have the most corrupt president in the White House in the history of America. Watching this unfold is truly devastating. It is truly devastating. And Zelensky suspended presidential elections, so technically he is a dictator right now. You suspend elections, that's what you are, whether you like it or not. I mean, and saying that Hunter Biden sold the illusion of access to his father is just ridiculous. I'm going to get into this more this week because this is really killing me right now. If you sell the illusion to access to somebody like your father, and then he meets with the clients over 20 times, over 16 phone calls that were recorded. We know this. How is that the illusion of access if you're actually giving them access? Yeah, Russia's going to have to use nukes. They're not stupid. Wagner Group wants to go to Poland. That's not a surprise. I mean, only dictators make their family millions of dollars while they're sitting behind the leadership role of a country. I mean, that's what dictators do. They enrich themselves and their families. We're seeing it happen. It's time to wake up. It's honestly past that time. I mean, Devin Archer, even though he said we sold the illusion to access to Joe Biden, he did, in fact, say that Joe Biden often joined calls with his son, with son Hunter, during business conversations. Of course, Hunter Biden's associate says Joe Biden never discussed business in the conversations, but yet joined the calls with these business partners that Hunter Biden was working for. It's ridiculous. Even if you don't work, you contribute. If you try to buy something, you contribute. This is how ridiculous our government is now. We get taxed when we make money. Okay? That's one thing. Then the company we spend the money with has to take in sales tax. They have to pay that sales tax back to the government. Okay, the government makes money there. Then that company has to pay taxes on their income, the amount of money the company makes. And then they have to pay taxes on to the employee that they go to pay has to pay taxes again. I mean, think about what happens in the United States. Our money is in a never-ending cycle of taxation. Because when you get, of course, that person gets paid, of course, and they go spend the money again, get sales tax, and then, of course, the company has to pay taxes on the income they make and pay somebody else. Trade, barter. Make something that you can trade with somebody else to get stuff you need. Learn a skill, learn a task. Exit the cycling system that is just destroying America. It is sad. It's sad. Now, the cycle of Satan is coming the new digital dollar. I'm sure you guys heard of this. Go get your eye scanned and you can get a UBI for life. Of course, it's not here in the U.S. yet, but it will be. In over 20 countries so far. There is a new world currency. If people aren't waking up, they will be soon. That actually talks about, now they're doing iris scans, but soon it will be an implantation of a device. The mark of the beast. This digital currency is made to take over all currencies. Implant the device in your hand, and you get a UBI. It's ridiculous. And people are falling for it. People are lining up in these countries. It's only getting worse. We look at what's happening. This is coming to America, whether we like it or not. Yeah. The U.S. is a bit different. And the rest of the globe, it does depend on what happens. If we don't stand up soon, it'll be over. But God bless you guys. I'm sorry I'm not staying on long tonight. My back is absolutely killing me still. I have a heating pack on and took pain medicine before I came on, but it is bad. But God bless you guys. God bless America. And of course, if you guys can afford to donate, please do. We desperately need that. Donations for, of course, continuing the show. It costs money. But God bless you all. God bless America. And of course, be prepared for what's coming, because it is not going to be pretty. And I'm guaranteeing Russia is going to be unleashing nukes sometime soon. So make sure you have that in mind when you're preparing for tomorrow or your days ahead. God bless you all. Be strong. Stand tall. Good night.